Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, I'm Emma. I'm so glad you found us. Today's video is an introduction to our wild field. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll already know that we have done 2 videos so far about our top field, also known as the wild field. We have given the field back to nature around 5 years ago now. The dog's wandering around down here. A few little facts about it: we planted 1,000 trees, more trees, which is a Dartmoor Tree Trust, came and planted 1,000 trees up there. It's on a really steep hill, so the ones at the bottom are growing much better than the ones at the top. But there's no point me telling you this. I'm going to take you around and show you. It's still a little chilly out, so we are still in need of a coat, even though it is bright sunshine out there today. The bottom of the field. You've just come in the gate, which is just behind you, and it's got a wiggly path that goes all the way through. As I said, we planted over 1,000 trees in the field, and it's literally just full of wildlife. At this time of year, it's just starting to come back to life. So as you can see, it's all really just barren and clear. If you look back at the old videos, the difference is incredible. In the summer, it's so full of plants and wild plants and flowers, and it's just beautiful grasses. At this time of year, we're just starting to get back to life again. I'm going to show you some of the beautiful buds on the trees, and I'm just going to take a quick walk around the field. As you can see, a lot of the trees in this section are bigger, whereas we have some that are all very different variations of heights, like these ones down here are still little baby trees. This whole bottom section of the field has been cut back loads since you last saw it. All across here, the brambles have been cut back. So this is the next section I wanted to bring you to. So as you can see here, the ground flattens out quite a lot here. That's because we haven't cut the grassland back as much, so the grassland's still quite strong up here, whereas back there we keep it all trimmed so that the trees can grow up. But also because of the weather, we get really strong winds here. The trees from at the bottom have been protected, so as they grow they protect the ones behind it, and so on and so forth, until we have a full woodland of trees. Here's an example of some of the conservation work we do. So we keep the brambles back here. As you can see, these trees are still little, like the ones at the front here are still tiny, whereas these ones are a little bit bigger. But what we've done is we've cut all the bramble back so that these guys have got a chance for growing more this year. I just wanted to show you, this here is an example of where the conservation work works. So this here that's growing through the middle, as you can see running through here, is a bramble bush, so that bush was strangling this tree, so by cutting it back it's given this one a new chance at life. As we look back on where we have just come, that is the wiggly path we were just following, we get our first glimpse of the sea. I also wanted to just show you this huge section of bramble bushes. All across here is just full of brambles. Look at all that beautiful new bramble bush growth. This will soon be flowering, and then come autumn it will be a big bounty of blackberries. As we continue around the wiggly path, we end up here at this steep section. This is right up to the top of the hill, and as you can see from here the trees aren't growing so well. So this one's doing okay, but the majority of them here are just not doing as well because of the wind. All of this section here is filled with beautiful bracken come summer, full, just green and so full of life. But I love how the winds and storms that we've had have made it all lie down and go to bed as if it's ready to wake back up again for spring. We also have an absolute abundance of nettles at this time of year. Perfect for making spring nettle soup. As we look back down, we've come from, you can see how much the land changes across the beautiful valley where we get all fruit and veg from over here. The sun's right in my eyes here. But as we've come to the top of the hill, there's these little chairs at the top, and I love to just sit and chat to the universe, spend 5 minutes just doing nothing. If we come just off the beaten path, we get to this little tiny section that we keep for wildlife. This here is a spring water pump, so we're on an underground lake of water here, and it gets pumped up to here, and then its overflow pipe is this little pipe here, so if there's too much being pumped, it pumps it back into the ground again. But in the summer it also fills up these little bird baths, which used to be shower trays. Field is very bare. You can see it's just all very much grassland, not many trees, and that is because this side of the field gets the weather the most, so this really gets affected by the wind. The wind comes straight off the sea. As you can see at the bottom it wasn't so windy, whereas here you can hear the wind difference. So yeah, trees have got a long way to go at this side. This part of the field is my very favourite at the moment. All the trees are maturing really well, and you can see them all springing into life. There's lots of really beautiful buds opening up, and you can see the growth and change from last year, which is incredible. Different stages, so this one is just budding, all emerging, ready for spring. You can see here what would have been the end of the stem last year and how the tree has added new growth. And that completes our tour of the field. I really hope, as you can see down this end, no wind, nice and sheltered, protected, which is why the trees at this side are doing so well. And you see here we've cut all this bramble back, ready to allow new woodland plants to come through. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I often post stories on my Instagram of me walking around this top field because it's my daily route with Lola. So come over and see how it's progressing, and I'll see you next week for another video.